Yo, what is up guys? So today I'm going to be showcasing you guys my entire Beyblade collection. Now I do want to mention I'm only going to show my Beyblades themselves and not my like launchers and stuff like that. So no launchers. I have a crap ton of launchers, like over 20 I think. But I will not be showcasing them, only my Beyblades, okay? So let's get started. Alright, so number one, probably my worst Beyblade in my entire collection is a Beyblade Burst, I think. Yeah, Beyblade Burst, I think from Rise. And it's called Venom Diabolos. This was my first, no, actually second ever Beyblade in my entire life, I think, yeah. My first one was a El Drago Absorb from Hasbro, which is very rare now, and I don't have it anymore because my parents threw it away, but still, very mad at them for that, but yeah, it's okay. It's not bad. It is really fast. But it actually has power, like, in it. They can knock out some of my Metal Fight Beyblades. Like, yeah, I'm not kidding. You guys have seen it on video, right? So that's pretty cool. And also, at the very end, I will showcase you guys all my Beyblades together. Like, I'm gonna stack them up so they're all next to each other. And you will be able to take a look at them all. But for now, I'm only gonna show you the Beyblades one by one and talk about each and every single one of them, right? And I'll try to make it quick, okay? Up next, let's do Gravity Destroyer. I know it's not Destroyer, it's Gravity Destroyer, but that sounds cool, you know, Destroyer. But yeah, this Beyblade, oh my god, it's such like it is one of the most beautiful Beyblades I have like ever like looked at. Like it's a mythic, by the way. You can already see a lot of damage, right? Stickers are falling off, but it is literally one of the most beautiful Beyblades I've ever looked at. And but I do want to mention that this is the easiest Beyblade to knock out. I'm not even joking. In Metal Fight, it's the easiest Beyblade to knock out because I don't know what the design is. I think it's because of the holes, but it just gets knocked out like easy and it gets sent flying, right? However, there's also a good thing about it. It has so much power in it. If you launch at full power, it can knock out Diablo Nemesis. Like, sometimes, okay? But yeah, I mainly like the Beyblade because of the looks, okay? Not because of the performance. Yeah, this is must have. You gotta get yourself this, you know? I love Gravity Destroyer. Up next, Sight Chronos with its spinning or infinite spinning, what do you call it? Hologram top, whatever it's called. Now, it spins, but it's not as like it's you guys might notice that it's not really that smooth at doing it, right? But it's still like doing it, right? Reason why, as you guessed it, it's a mid fake. Getting real ones is really expensive nowadays and really hard, so yeah. This Beyblade is such a beast. It has such good defense, it has such good attack. And the stamina, man, like that performance tip, the tall performance tip, bro, it can spin more than 4 minutes. Monster of a Bey, okay? One of my all-time favorite Beyblades, okay? Every time I fight, this one always comes out on top, okay? Must have. Up next is one of my most recent Beys that I bought. I paid. Do I even want to say how much I paid for this? Okay, 60 euros on the actual Bey itself and 14 euros shipping, I think. So 74 euros in total. Fucking insane, but it's worth it. It is such an explosive Bey. This Bey, man, is so powerful. Like, as you notice, if these buttons like get touched, like if you activate them, these switchblades will come out, and if you do this like in battle, it will literally send your Beyblade flying across your room. The amount of times I play with this Beyblade and it sent my other Beyblade flying, like I almost got hit in the fucking face one time by this. Like, I'm not even kidding. Sometimes like the Bey itself gets launched, and sometimes it's the other Beys that get launched. You know, it depends if you're launching this first or if you're launching the other Beys. This is a must-have. It's very hard to find. I managed to get it in mint condition. And fun fact. Yesterday night, I also bought myself the other version of this, which is a Pegasus Beyblade like this, and that one, instead of having switchblades, is able to jump. Yeah, I'm not kidding. Which I'm very looking very forward to that. So yeah, this is a must-have if you're able to buy it. Up next, Meteo El Drago. very cool looking bay. I always loved this. I don't know what you call this, but this like tattoo looking like thingy majig, whatever you call that. The black like logo in here. Like you see these two black things. I don't know what they're called, tattoos, whatever. Um, the main thing I like about this is the spin steel really good, but I have another version of this, a special version, and that one is so much more powerful. However, that one has a like the exact same tip, except instead of being it being plastic, the tip is made out of rubber and is much faster and more aggressive. However, this one less aggressive but more stamina. Okay, this is if you're gonna buy this, if you can buy the purple version, much better than this one and much more fun to play with. But all around good, classic, good old Bay to get. You know. Up next is my keychain Beyblade, my first ever one, the Hades one. I do want to mention, like, these are very fun to play with, and if you put them against, like, if you put two of these mini ones against each other, it will create like a tiny spark when they hit against each other. I don't know what's inside of them, but I hope it's not that dangerous. But however, I do want to note, I bought this in mint condition as well. However, even though everything was perfect, I noticed that the launcher was made out of plastic, and since these are like 12 plus years old now, they're starting to break. Yeah, like I was playing and it was like it's kind of like rusting them because it's been such a long time since the Metal Saga, toys came out. And I know like rusting is supposed to be for metal, but it happens with plastic too. So be careful. Even my Meteor El Drago, like the purple one, which I'll showcase you guys just in a second, like the tip, whenever you use the tool to click it on, right? Like it makes it click when it's locked onto the bay, the tip or the tool. Not the tool, the tip, I mean, the rubber tip. It doesn't make it anymore, and when I do it, it just kind of sticks out. So I just have to put it all the way on until it just barely hangs on. Like I'm not even kidding. I might have to get myself another one of that. But yeah, that just makes me really sad because I took perfect care of it, and it's just because it's just so old that it's falling apart like the launcher of this Beyblade. Pretty sad, but yeah. They're actually very easy to get at keychains at a very good price too. I would definitely recommend these. Get them before they're gone, you know? You know what? Let's just go straight to the point. One of the big boys, right? Big Bang Pegasus, one of my all-time favorite Beyblades. Because number one, it looks so beautiful. This is without the stickers, right? I still have not. I will put the stickers, by the way, on all my Beyblades in like 3 days from now, I think, and I'll make a video on it because my super glue isn't here, right? I don't have super glue, but this looks so beautiful even without the stickers. I love red. Red is my favorite color. The blue, it just complements it, and the freaking performance tip. What is this called again? The final survivors for All Drago. I think this final drive. It's so freaking good, dude. It's so fun to play with this. Every time your Beyblade gets hit by an enemy, it activates sometimes, like a 50% chance to activate it, depending on how powerful your launch was, right? Like it's spinning. All of a sudden, it gets hit. It's so much fun, dude. One of my all-time favorite Beyblades. This is a must-have. It hits like a tank as well. Very powerful Bay. Up next, classic old Storm Pegasus. This might be the wrong color because it's not a new boy. It's a mid fake with before the new boys came out. But yeah, classic old Storm Pegasus, very powerful bay actually. Like it's able, believe it or not, this like the 12% chance. This bay has a 12% chance to knock out Diablo Nemesis. I had multiple battles to test that theory out. Okay, depending on how you launch, higher chance if you do it in tilted way, right? But yeah, you gotta have Storm Pegasus. It's a classic. I mean, I love the rubber tip of this as well. So up next is Galaxy Pegasus. This I'm not even gonna say anything. You need to just have it. Just buy it already, right? No, this was nominated the most beautiful Beyblade in Metal Masters, and it's also one of the most hard-hitting Beyblades in the entire series, or not entire series, but in Metal Masters at least. It hits so hard. Like this, low key, is like. Oh my god, I can honestly, this Beyblade can make Diablo Nemesis its bitch. Okay, I'm gonna get hate for that, but it's that good. It's so powerful, and I just love it. Once again, they have this rubber, not rubber. Actually, I mean, is this rubber? It's like plastic tip, which makes it a fast Beyblade, and I mean, it has the looks and it has the performance. You gotta have this one, you know. Up next, one of my least favorite Beyblades in the entire series. at least not performance wise, at least looks wise, I don't like how this looks. It's called Quetzalcoatl, I think. I know what it's called, but I can't really pronounce it. I like Quetzalcoatl, yeah. The performance tip of this is really good. Like if it's impossible for it to get knocked out essentially because its center of gravity is so good, right? Um, Very good tip. Performance wise, very good bay, right? It's also very aggressive. It always spins in circles, right? Depending on how you launch. Um, but looks wise, I just don't like it. You guys might love this, but I really just don't like it. I don't know, it's too boring. Maybe it's because the stickers are not on it, but I don't know, it just looks bland, you know? But yeah, it's an okay bay. I don't recommend getting it though. What I do recommend you guys get is Phantom Orion. This, if anyone asks me what is the top three Beyblades I must have, I would put this one in that list, or at least recommend this one. Phantom Orion, like bro. You gotta have it, man. This is the best. Okay, this could be a crazy thing to say because I've not seen the new like Beyblade series and all that after Metal, right? But I think this is the number one Beyblade in terms of stamina. It can beat any other Bey in the entire Beyblade universe in terms of stamina. If I'm wrong about this, tell me which Beyblade can beat it in a stamina battle. I'm talking about like every single time, not just like one or two times. Okay. Fun fact: one time I spun this Beyblade with a ripcord launcher, right? Without any lube, right? Without any lube, and guess what? It spun more than 6 minutes. Do you know how insane that is? And then, like, this is a mid-fake, by the way, a mid-fake Beyblade that can spin 6 minutes. And I didn't even spin it at like maximum strength. I can still spin it much harder than that. Wow. The Beyblade has one of the best defenses in all Beyblade, has the best stamina, and has decent attack. Phantom Orion is a monster among monsters. You gotta have it. Up next is Sight Incendio. I think that's what it's called. Very hard hitting bait. It hits very hard, right? It hits super hard, very powerful, and yeah, it looks beautiful, right? It's also very aggressive, so yeah, keep that in mind. Beyblade X, it's up to you if you want to buy these or not, but I'm only getting them if they're on discount, so I can just have more Beyblades to play with, right? But yeah, I only recommend getting the Transformer ones, like the collab ones, because they're gonna become rare in the next 10 years, right? Just like Metal Saga now. But yeah, cool Beyblade. Up next, Rock Leone. Rock Leone. You just gotta have it. Like, there's nothing I can say. One of my favorite things that I noticed when I saw this Beyblade for the first time was the ball tip. Like, I was like, wait, there's a Beyblade that has a ball shaped like tip, and that instantly made me fall in love with this Beyblade. Not only that, but look how beautifully like the colors are like made on this Beyblade. Like it's like a blue. Actually, I think it's like a cyan green in person, but on camera it looks like a blue, like just a cyan, dark blue or light blue color. And I know one of my favorite things about it is also the camo. You guys see how there's camo stickers around it? So like such a whoever thought of that is such a genius, dude. And it's also one of the best defense types Beyblades. You know, must have. I highly recommend getting this, especially for Kiyoya. Also, I know you guys are gonna comment on it. Why are my fingers like super red and stuff? Don't worry, this is not poop. Before recording, I was eating like Cheetos, and yeah, I gotta clean my finger. But hey, the Cheetos were too good to skip on, you know. All right, I'm bringing one of the best Beyblades on my screen. You guys ready? Diablo Nemesis. Now the stickers are not on it, so it doesn't look in its full beauty, right? But I mean, there is almost nothing to say about it. It is the best Beyblade, right? It's the number one Beyblade. It can beat anyone. It's one of the best stamina types. Actually, I'd be lying if I said that. I have not seen how long this can spin for, but it said that it's said to be a stamina type in the series. So, and look how beautiful this like tip is. Like this tip is part of whatever this is. Like they're connected to each other. You cannot take them apart. They're not separate. That's how like that. When I discovered that, like I was mind blown. It's also I think it's the heaviest in the entire Metal series. Right? It's heavier than Basalt Horrorgame, I think. Fucking monstrous defense, monstrous stamina, monstrous attack power, and beautiful as hell. This is the number one Beyblade I recommend to anyone that wants to buy a Beyblade. This is the number one Beyblade you have to get, okay? It's the number one ever. Is it? Honestly, I might be sugarcoating it again, but I think this is the true number one Beyblade. This, if you didn't know, is my favorite Beyblade in the entire series. I love how it looks. I love the performance, and I think this has the best attack, like knockout power, and the fastest knockout power in the entire series. You know, in terms of our entire series, like in the entire like toy lineup section. You know, um, El Drago Destructor. It has spin seal. It has a stamina. What's it called? It has final survive, which if the Beyblade gets hard enough, like hit hard enough, it will go gain an extra bit of stamina, right? So not only can it have an extra bit of stamina as an emergency, it has spin steel. It has the best attack power in the entire series next to Diablo Nemesis, and it looks cool. This makes the top three list with Phantom Rhine and Diablo Nemesis. These three bays you must have, especially this one. Up next, one of my favorite Beyblades of all time as well, Hades Kerbex. This is my favorite Beyblade in all of Metal Masters, right? This has monstrous stamina, monstrous attack power, fucking crazy good defense, and it looks insanely good. This Bay literally has Black Air Force energy. Think about that. Like Damien Hartman, oh my god, you're so lucky to have this Beyblade, man. What a beautiful day. And you can also get this in like a blue version, I think, a flaming blue version, which is up to like $600, I think, like on some website, or maybe 1,000, could be more. But yeah, this Beyblade, if you don't have this, I honestly feel bad for you. Like, you must have a sad life if you don't have Hades Scurbacks. And honestly, make the list top four because you gotta have this as well. Fuck top three, top four now, bitch. Up next, one of the best attack like type Beyblades in the entire series is Ray Striker. I was gonna say Ray Unicorno, but this is Ray Striker, right? Yeah. Because the colors are like, I think the colors might be different. Again, on camera it looks blue, but it's green actually. And I'm not sure if this is the sticker it's supposed to have, but this website sent me like these stickers, and they're like they reflect in some way, which is pretty cool. But ignore that. You see how there's holes in here in between the blade itself from the Beyblade. They did that so because of it, it has so much attack power, but it also has a lot of recoil. So if you put this Beyblade against another Beyblade, there's a chance that it might get sent flying because of the insane recoil in it, you know? But that's not the crazy part. The crazy part is the performance tip. This performance tip of this Ray Striker is like insanely good. It is a very aggressive, but it's not like other bays. It gets crazy, but like as soon as it detects that it's about to knock itself out, it goes back into the stadium. Like, yeah, that is such a like crazy thing to have on a Beyblade. Like, obviously it's not magic. Like, it's because of the fraction on the stadium, and like as soon as it loses its balance when it's about to fall off, it comes back into the stadium, right? Up next, Samurai Pegasus. I feel bad for not having the stickers on this one either because it looks so much better than this. It's literally beautiful, but you guys are just gonna have to bear with me for now, okay? Samurai Pegasus. Unfortunately, not a lot of good things to say about it. It loses stamina very fast. I'm not sure why they went for it. Maybe it's because I got a mid fake. Maybe this is not how the Beyblade actually looks like, but not sure why they went for this performance tip again. Like Galaxy Pegasus already has this, but also the fact that the defense sucks. The only good thing about this Beyblade is the fact that it has an insane amount of power, but it loses the power fast. So you only have 3 seconds to use all that power to hit your opponent in a tilt launch. And even then, I'm not sure what would happen, you know? Up next, I think one of my all-time favorite Beyblades as well. This Beyblade right here. This is the one I was talking about. Now, I have kind of a bad thing to say about it, not because of the Bay itself, but this is what I was trying to say. You guys see the tip here, right here? Beware buying Hasbro Beyblades because the plastic is starting to rust. I have not I've only switched out the tip 20 times, right? And it's already, you can see it's already breaking. It doesn't make the clicking noise anymore whenever I switch, try to lock the Beyblade in place. Like, it literally, I have to slightly turn it to the point where it doesn't, get stuck or anything, and there's a high chance that it might even fall if I can literally take it out with my finger. So I guess this Beyblade's kind of broken, but That makes me so sad. It's not my fault either, or your fault if your Hasbro Beyblade breaks. It's because it's been such a long time since these toys have been released, and now the plastic is starting to rust like like metal in a way. And yeah, beware buying these Beyblades, man. I'm warning you guys. Like, there's a high chance that it's gonna break. I recommend as soon as you get a Hasbro Beyblade, right, put it together and never open it up again. Like, never separate it. Just keep it like that. Because yeah, that should not be happening. You should be able to switch your Beyblades 20,000 times. Like, you should be able to separate them 20,000 times without them breaking. But this legit has one of the best attack powers in the entire toys lineup. It can knock out Diablo Nemesis with ease. Literally, without even launching, I can do this and it knocks it out. I know that sounds like I'm lying, right? It's true. I've done that with so many other Beyblades. It's crazy, dude. Like, you can do that with other Meteor Jago as well, I think. I'm not sure. And this is without like even like the metal sticking out. Like, not this. Like, it's, yeah, the blue part of the metal. Right now is in spin steel mode. But if the blue part of the metal sticks out, that means it's in attack mode. And I know what you're saying again. It's not these metal parts. Like, that's the normal attack. This is the big attack right here. Up next, Hades. No, I was about to say Hades Cortex. So Fusion Hades. Number one, badass looking bay, right? Number two, best defense of all time. This bay has such good defense that I sometimes think to myself that nothing can ever like beat it. Not even Diablo Nemesis. Like, and as soon as like something that you guys probably instantly notice, and me as well, once like when I before I bought this Beyblade, is the fact that it has rubber like a certain other Beyblade, El Drago. And that shocked me. I was like, wait, what does the rubber do? Is it for spin steel or is it for spin steel? Like, what is it for? And I discovered it's for shock absorption, and that's what makes this Beyblade so good at defense. It's like the once a strong, powerful Beyblade attacks it, it will go into the rubber. The rubber will absorb the shock, and in return, it will just wobble a little bit, but I will not get knocked out or tossed around, right? Um, Very crazy gimmick. This Beyblade, you gotta have it. This, in my opinion, is the best defense of all time. Yes, better than a Basalt Herogium. You gotta have this Beyblade. Up next, Flame Bixes. Very fun Beyblade to play with. It might lose most of the times, but this Beyblade is so beautiful looking, right? You just gotta have it, right? Nothing much to say, and it's a good stamina type. Is it even a stamina type? I think it is because obviously because of the tall, tip, right? It makes it a stamina type. Who knows? It might even be a defense type, but you gotta have at least one of these tall Beyblades in your collection, right? To mess around with. They're really fun. So yeah, hey, must have in my opinion. Up next, another must-have Beyblade is very Aries. This has the highest attack power in it, or one of the highest attack powers in the entire series. Once it gets hit, and once these like switchblades, pop in, these other switchblades will open up, and they will literally annihilate any other bay that gets hit by it. Like, your bay will literally get destroyed. It's so like it's that powerful. Not only that, but it also has this thing called what was it called again? Bearing drive, which lets you switch between multiple different performance tips and stuff. But the mid fake one, don't get the mid fake of this one because it sucks. The mid fake sucks, and like the bear or the bearing drive of the mid fake sucks, and it never stays in place. So yeah, I recommend getting the real one, the real deal if you can. Up next, Libra. I do not like Libra. It was actually one of my favorite Beyblades, like look wise and performance wise, until I discovered that there's something with the Beyblade. Every time you spin the Beyblade and it's in battle against another Beyblade, like everything is good, right? But then you notice that the Beyblade loses balance very easily, and then it will make this loud noise, and then it will go over on its like it will like knock itself over, and then it will like lose stamina like that, right? Yeah, very bad. Be careful with this Beyblade. Like, it's not what I expected. However, the performance step is really good. It's a free spinning performance step, as you can see. I don't know if you can see my hand moving it, but yeah, there's like a metal thing in there, which makes it a really good stamina type. But I would not recommend buying this if you're like trying to play competitively. Maybe for the tip. No, actually, the tip is the reason why it's so bad because it falls over, right? So yeah. Up next, Eagle. This one of my favorite Beyblades of all time. Looks wise and performance wise, it's such a good Beyblade. I think this is a balance type, right? Right? Yeah. It's such a good balance type that not even Diablo Nemesis or Big Bang Pegasus can knock it out. Yeah, that's how good it is. This is one of the best stock combos in my opinion. You gotta have this, okay? Up next, Lightning El Drago. This Bay truly is the Forbidden Bay. It can literally knock out anybody. It is so powerful that, like, literally, I'm not even kidding. Sometimes I'm scared to use this Beyblade because it's too strong. Yeah, I know that sounds crazy compared to Diablo Nemesis. That one I use much more than this. And you'll be like, wait, isn't Diablo Nemesis the strongest Beyblade? Well, let's just say if you have this Beyblade in your collection, you know why it's so dangerous, right? It's a little too aggressive. Let's just put it that way, okay? You guys will find out for yourself once you get this. Must have, by the way. Up next, this is my last one, is Basalto Rogia, my last one in the video. I have a mid-fig, and a mid-fig doesn't stay in place, it sucks. I recommend getting a real one if you can. This is one of the best defense types. It has good stamina, and it doesn't matter if it has 0 attack power, because you cannot knock it out. So yeah, it's literally impossible to knock out this Bay, almost. You can do it, but you get what I mean, right? It's very hard to do it. It looks really freaking cool, right? And there's also, they tried to nerf this Bay by putting like a staircase of death inside of it, but that made the Bay even better. Like, I'm not even kidding, but yeah. Now, let me showcase you guys all my Beyblades here. I don't know why my stadium is even like in the video, but let me get my Beyblades, all of them. These are all my Beyblades, okay? Actually, let me put them like this so like I can take a screenshot to make a thumbnail as well, right? That would be really cool, I think. Tell me what you guys think, and tell me which ones are like really good in your opinion. But yeah, anyways, thank you for watching. Until next time, I'll see you guys later.